The end of the tryout happens, the coach pulls me aside. He goes, "Listen, man, I like you. You stick around, you work hard. You want a shot on the team?" And the rest was history. I was able to walk on at a D1 track school. And I think from then on out, like, my view on fitness. My name is Patrick Driscoll, 24 years old, and I'm a news photographer at Wavy Channel 10. When you walk into this place, like, you just feel ready to go. Like, whether it's being greeted by anyone at the front desk, every single employee is great. Then you just get out here and you look out and you just see everyone put in the work and the music blasting, whether you're listening to music or not. You know, you just feel ready to go. When you want to get a good workout, that's all you need. Just look around, see how hard people are working, and yeah, man, just fires me up. Fitness is just like everything to me. It's just such a privilege to move in general. And then you get this God-given blessing of walking into a gym and doing whatever you're doing. I'm a triplet. I'm one of 3 boys. We'd all be grown up together, you know, like playing backyard football and whatnot. Middle school, one of my brothers, he hit like this huge growth spurt, and me and the other brother were like kind of like stuffed, like being a bit smaller. So, you know, we got pushed around a bit. I wasn't the most talented. You know, I was the one guy in like youth basketball who'd like travel all the time and be like, "Gosh dang it, Patrick, like not again, bro, like come on." And, you know, like football, I got pushed around a bit, but you know, I just kept working. I learned the importance of just like pushing yourself to the hardest, and slowly but surely I just fell in love with, you know, like whether it's doing like sprints at the end of practice, like that was my favorite part. Like everyone's tired, like nah man, like I'm not gonna stop. Like why would I stop if I had like the God-given ability to keep going? I go to Clemson University for college. Just go as like an undeclared major. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I didn't go for sports or anything. I took a fraternity bid and it was awesome, it was fun, you know, I was pledging, I was doing all the fun stuff like freshmen do. Before I know it, I'm not going to the gym every day without even realize it. I'm putting crap in my body, you know, going to like cookout like all the time. And before I knew it, I look in the mirror and I'm just like, dude, like this isn't me. Like, what am I missing? And I just went back to like that original love, man, like that childhood love of pushing myself. This is around COVID and I was still pretty fresh out of high school. So I get curious. It's like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. on like a Tuesday night. I'm staying up so late all the time. I was playing video games, messing around. I look up their Clemson track roster and I was like, let me see how these guys are. Their program almost got cut because of COVID. I was like, they might be shorthanded. Like I'm still like pretty fresh out of school. Let's see what these guys are running. I look at some of the times and I'm like, wow. Now I put this crazy idea in my head. I'm like, what if I go home this summer, get locked in, and just train like every single day to try to walk on this track team? And I get home, I talk to my old high school track coach. I was doing like 2-a-day workouts, like trying to get better at like long distance running, you know, hitting track workouts, getting in the gym, getting back lifting. And I'm feeling good, man, I'm feeling good. Long story short, I reach out to the track coach in the summer. Before I know it, my roommate in college is dropping me off on his moped to take me to my Clemson track tryout. And we had a week-long tryout. I'm getting dragged a bit, definitely. Like there's so much talent there. But it came back to those sprints at the end in high school when you're pushing yourself and you're pushing yourself. And I'm just like, I'm just gonna keep going as long as I can. The end of the tryout happens, the coach pulls me aside. He goes, "Listen, man, I like you. You stick around, you work hard. You want a shot on the team?" And the rest was history. I was able to walk on at a D1 track school. And I think from then on out, like my view on fitness and everything, it changed my life. It made me a better person. I was able to meet so many different people. You got teammates from Jamaica, South Africa, the Bahamas, all over the country. You learn about a lot about life. You learn about, you know, where these people come from. You learn about their stories. If you think you have hardships, like, you're not the only one. There's people fighting other things all the time. It just opened my eyes on a lot. The grind and hustle of being a student athlete, all those days where I was like, oh man, like, I have class and practice and I have to get this lab done and all this and all that. Now it's like, when things get thrown on my plate in life now, I feel ready. At the end of the day, I could go on and on, but fitness just like teaches you so much. And I think number one is how much of a privilege it is to just move. When you think things are hard, oh, my hamstring hurts, oh, my shoulder hurts. There's people who can't walk. There's people who can't walk, and you're sitting here complaining about, you know, whatever. It just like makes me look at the bigger picture, because I've faced my own, you know, injuries and stuff like that. And I think just like the grind, you know, when you're in here and you're pushing yourself as hard as you can, when something happens at work, if something doesn't go your way outside of the gym, you'll be all right, because you overcame it in here. Why can't you overcome it outside of... My last name is Driscoll. We all went by like Driscoll. And the one brother that hit the growth spurt, you know, he's huge. He's like the best. He's like the best. Like, I wanted to be like John, like my brother. I was just known as John's brother. And I was like, how can I create an identity for myself? I'm this small little, like, this little kid, but he's a dog. He's a grinder, you know? Like, I want people to think that. At the end of the day, we all ended up being the same height. He was obviously a bit bigger, but I just had that inner dog in me, and that came from, you know, being the smaller guy. And it just set me up a lot in life, because there's always a bigger fish in the sea. What are going to be the extra traits, you know, take you to that next level, make you one of one? I just kept a positive mindset, because at the end of the day, like, I think it's just being that young, you just realize like how cool sports are, and you like idolize all your heroes, and you just want to be like them, whoever, you know, your favorite athlete like was at the time. And I think that's all it is. You can either just mope around and, you know, complain about like what God gave you, or you can be like, you know what, I'm going to take like what I have and just use it to the best of my ability. You know, that set me up like so much longer in life, especially when I tore my hamstring like a couple years ago. It's like, okay, like, what can I do now? Can I just sit around and just like cry about, you know, this injury? Or can I like rehab it and be patient and just let it all time out so I can get back to doing what I love? Heavy lifting, sprinting, jogging, whatever it is, man. You just got to take with what you got and run with it, because at the end of the day, we're all unique, we're all human, and everyone's special in their own way. It was around COVID, we were all in our dorms, and yeah, I had a late night, I missed my Zoom class or whatever. I get up out of bed and I just look in the mirror and I'm just like, what am I doing right now? Like, this isn't me right now. And if I don't fix something, I'm gonna lose myself. When you walk out of the gym and you just feel like you're on cloud nine, like you got so much energy for the day, I was lacking that energy. I felt like I was just like bringing people down, and I wasn't as positive as a person. It just started with, holy crap, how was I not doing this? This is so fun to go out and push myself to like the hardest I can, like break in a sweat, feel better. You know, you start looking better. You have more confidence when you speak to people. It's all just little simple things like that. But at the end of the day, it's just so fun just to be able to push yourself. It's such a privilege. And I just think some people need to realize that, man, because what a blessing it is to move. When I got that call that I made the team, right there in that moment, I realized I could do anything I could put my mind to, like literally anything. I told my friends, oh guys, I'm thinking about walking on this track. No, you're not. What are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about? No, that's not gonna happen. Not too many people believed me. Obviously a couple of them were like, oh yeah, like you can do it. I really felt like it was like me versus like the world, and I was just in my own little bubble during that summer before. And when it happened, any goal I can give myself post-grad, I can do it. Because at the end of the day, it comes down to how bad do you want it. It really does. You know, I could have like went out that summer and be like, oh, like, yeah, I'll do like this track workout. It shouldn't be too hard. No, I was gonna do this track workout and my legs were gonna feel like bricks after it. Like, and if I wasn't feeling that, I wasn't doing it right, you know? So it really did just teach me, you can put anything Like, you can do anything you can put your mind to. Even in the professional world, I have my own goals and dreams, and I have things I want to accomplish. If I could be this frat kid who let himself slip and somehow walk onto this track team, why can't I reach this goal I'm setting for myself now? When people said they weren't believing in me, I'm not gonna lie, like, I mean, they had every right to just be like, okay, like, you know what, like, this isn't realistic at all, because it wasn't realistic. It really just came down to, once again, I'm at least gonna go for it. Worst case, this coach calls me and says, all right, man, like, I'm sorry, like, Clemson, it's an elite program, like, we just can't let you in. But let's say this never happened and I never tried walking out to this team, like, I don't even know where I'd be right now. I probably wouldn't be sitting in this chair right now. Like, honestly, I don't know where I'd be, like, in life. Like, would I still just be in a completely different situation? Because achieving that goal allowed me to push myself, even after I got cut from the team, to work towards a professional goal. And that landed me here. I would say, just when people weren't believing in me, it's just like, yeah, just go for it. Worst case, it won't work out, but you're gonna regret it years down the line if you don't try now. If someone feels lost, just go back to your love. What did you like? I looked at myself in that mirror. What's missing, Patrick? And I rekindled it all back to, you know, pushing myself on those, like, sprints at the end of practice in, like, high school or something like that. Find that love, whatever it is, whether it's fitness or, like, old school video games or, like, fishing or some sort of hobby. Go back to that love, man. And if you feel lost and you feel like you won't get to a certain point, don't ever think that, because you can achieve anything you put your mind to. Yeah. And as long as you believe and work hard and have faith, you'll get there. And it'll feel like an eternity, but one day you'll wake up and you'll be like, wow, I feel great again. Correlation between mental health and physical health. This sounds crazy, but Deion Sanders, what's that saying? He says, like, look good, play good, feel good. I really think that's one of them. You know, that's not a very, like, deep answer I can give you. But I mean, when you're going to the gym, you're taking care of yourself. But when you get older down the line, you don't want to be, like, hurt from a certain thing. Like, you don't want your body feeling, like, worn down. All the benefits you get from working out, you sleep better. So you wake up feeling better, you look better. Like I said, your body's feeling better. And it's fun, dude. And I mean, if you just take all those effects, how can you not feel better after pushing yourself in the gym? So I think it's a correlation of a lot of things. I don't think it's just like one thing in general, but there's just so many positive benefits from getting out here. And whatever you think a workout is, like, just accomplishing it. You accomplish something. Like, how does that not make you feel better? If you even have a thought about trying out this gym, if you even have a thought about going to Iron Asylum, getting a membership here, do it. It'll change everything for you. It is the best place in this area. Since, you know, in the 757, this place is really home. The energy is unmatched. Every single staff member is fantastic. The community here is great. I've met so many new people here. I only moved here 4 months ago, and right when I walked in, it just felt like home. Someone's gonna help you, whether that's a staff member or someone working out. It's the highlight of my day every single day. It's grit, it's work, like, it's a safe haven. This is the spot to get better. I think that's really all what it, people I know outside of here, if they don't know about the gym, they're like, oh, what gym do you go to? And I'm like, oh yeah, I go to the Iron Asylum. They're like, oh my gosh, like, that sounds like scary almost. I'm like, no, like, the Iron Asylum, it's a place where iron sharpens iron, man. But personally, no, man. I mean, working out's just so fun. It's never like an escape from anything. I'm just here because God has given me the ability to move, and just acknowledging the privilege of it. If I could give one message to the world, I would say you can do anything you put your mind. If you have this goal, write it down. Throw it, like, outside of, like, the door, like, you walk out of, or somewhere on the wall. Put it there. Think about it. Obsess over it. And work towards it. Just work towards it. If you're discouraging your friend, like, are you really their friend at the end of the day? Just believe, man. Even if your head, oh yeah, there's no way he's gonna do that. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself, man. Just keep it to yourself and encourage them. Because you never know it or not, but 1 or 2 sentences could completely change someone's life. You know, you might tell them something, they might not go for it. Boom, that's the end of the story. Keep that book open. There's a stigma about men's mental health because you just see all these portrayals of, you know, whether it's superheroes, athletes, you know, like advertisements. The men have to do this, the men have to do that. The men have to keep everything to themselves. You know, it's stuff I've learned as a psychology minor, you know, like there's just a stigma about it. You gotta be strong, you gotta be powerful, you gotta be Superman. And I think that leads to people, especially men, keeping stuff in their head. And I just wanna say, if you're struggling, you're not alone, and let it out. It's okay to let those emotions flow. It's okay to cry. It's okay to call your mom, call your dad, call your brother, sister, girlfriend, whoever it is, and tell them about what you're struggling. You have a support system, like use it, because if you keep things to yourself, just don't know what can happen, and you're gonna fall down a deep hole if you keep doing that, and you're gonna be in the darkness. It's okay to cry. It's okay to, you know, vent about your problems, because at the end of the day, we're human.